Hey guys, it's Jay here. I was trying to do a live video on Facebook, but I was having connection issues, which makes no sense. I have Verizon. But anyways, I wanted to record this video after I just got out of the gym. I'm sweating, I'm exhausted, and just barely caught my breath after a few minutes. And, honestly, it was still worth it. And I've been doing this, what feels like torture sometimes for, probably about 3 months now. And I started off this summer and about 273. I'm down to 249.6, but I'm in the 240s. And I have to say that I look around when I'm at the gym and I see other people there, and most of the people are in shape. There's a few other folks there that are overweight or that are obese, and I see them show up all the time too. But when I see them and I compare, and I know sometimes it's you shouldn't compare yourself to other people, but you see them, like people like us that are obese going to the gym, and then you see everybody else at the gym that's like relatively in good shape, and you see them doing their exercises and and their workouts, and they're like, it seems almost easy to them. Yeah, they might grunt a little bit or take a couple breaks here and there, but they seem to go through each exercise seamlessly, almost effortlessly, especially the cardio workouts. And you can see they're working hard, but when you start working out, you run out of breath after like 15 seconds. You run out of stamina after about 30 seconds. And if you push yourself, then you really, start hurting. And you're like, for me, it takes sometimes a minute, even 2 minutes to catch my breath, especially after doing sprints or any kind of intensive cardio exercise. And it's easy to get, disheartened. Many times I get very disheartened. Like how far the disparity between me and like an Olympic, somebody in the Olympics, and how fit they are, or a gymnast. It's like the disparity between me and them. It's just like it's like a gulf, impossible to cross gulf. And it's like, man, I'm never gonna be like that. I'm never gonna be in shape like that. It can suck the wind right out of your sails. It took me a second to remember that phrase. And it's, but another thought occurred to me though. It's like, and of course everybody else at the gym that's, obese like me, that's showing up consistently, we are not only the ones who are working out the hardest, we're also mentally the strongest people that are going to the gym. Because you don't understand what it's like. If you've never been fat, if you never struggled with obesity, I'm not talking about, 10, 20, 30 pounds over. I'm talking about 60, 70, 80, 90 pounds overweight. Whereas I was at one point 288 pounds, which is over 100 pounds more what I should be for my frame of 5'8". Now, yeah, I'm a little big boned, but maybe I could be, 165, 170, at the low end, maybe 180 at the high end, but that's over 100 pounds overweight. Now I'm down to 249 after working out, for 3 months, down from 273. So I lost a decent amount of weight, but I still have at least 60 pounds to go before I feel like I've reached a semi-goal weight. Like I want to be at least 190, with muscle. So you don't know what it takes. It takes a lot more effort. This is no slight against people that are in shape, that have put their time in at the gym and worked out. Maybe they're a muscle builder, or they've done shows and stuff. Like my trainer, he does shows and he trains people to do shows, and they are in impeccable shape, and they work their ass off to get to that point. But not in the same way that an obese person, if they've come from, being 100 pounds or more overweight, and they got down to in shape, they worked out the hardest of anybody there. They have to deal with, number one, when you're overweight, you don't realize it's like you're already shooting yourself in the foot, because you're coming from a deficit, and then you have to take a deficit again of calories, and then you have to put more effort in when you don't feel like putting effort in. So you have a double negative. You have it's like an insult to injury kind of situation going on. And on top of that, when you're overweight and obese, you have depression, anxiety, fatigue. So it takes 10 times more effort for someone who's fat, someone who's obese, to go to the gym and stick to it. Because after one workout, it's enough to make you want to quit and never go back. I mean, I remember the first time I went, I was every 15 seconds I had to stop to catch my breath for about 30 minutes or 30 seconds. It takes double the amount of time to catch my breath as it does for the workout that I'm doing. And you see everybody else around you doing so much better than you, and you feel like a failure. You feel like, man, I'm never going to be that good. But I switched that around. I said, no, I'm working out harder than everybody here. I'm the one huffing and puffing more than them. I'm the one that's pushing myself harder. And it takes me a lot more effort, a lot more energy to push myself to do all these exercises that they're doing. And this is the mindset you have to get into. And it's a temporary mindset, because eventually you don't want to think of yourself as being better than them. But you have to think of yourself as being the best at what you're doing at that time. You are given the biggest handicap possible. You're overweight. You're not in shape. They're in shape. They're not overweight. They're probably mentally healthier than you because they're in shape. They're probably eating healthily than you, so they don't have toxins in their body. You are working out harder than them. If you're a fat guy or fat girl going to the gym, you are the hardest person. You are the person working out the hardest at the gym at that point in time. And you're having to push past countless thoughts. That's where it all starts. It's countless thoughts of inferiority and countless thoughts of, am I good enough? Or, damn, I can't do this. This is too hard. Every 5 seconds, you're tempted to quit when they're just doing their thing, as if it was, as if it was nothing, or if it's something that they enjoy to do. Because a lot of times when you work out, you get those endorphins, right? And you enjoy going there. It's like a drug almost for some people. Like they love doing it. But for the obese person who's already depressed, anxious, overweight, fatigued, and just has a poor thought system going on in their brain, it takes so much more effort. Think of that the next time you go to the gym. Think about that when you feel tempted to quit. Look at everybody else around you. If you're the one that's having the hardest time and you don't quit, you are working the hardest. You are doing the most. You are putting in the most effort. And when you finally get in shape, you can really, really, really feel good about yourself. And that's going to really boost your confidence. Mine's already boosted just 3 months and losing almost 25 pounds. All right, folks, I hope that made sense. Hope that helps somebody out there who's struggling. Because I know exactly what it's like. I came from suicidal depression last year. And now I'm at a point where I feel better than I did before that. And it's all uphill in a good way from here. It's going to get better and better, and the more I work out, the more I eat healthy, and the more I think healthy. God bless.